Card, and I'm here today with Emma from Finlay Fox. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and kind of how you got from where you were to where you are now, because I know you were a buyer before.
Yes.
Then you had kids.
Yeah.
And then you started Finlay Fox. So how long has Finlay Fox been going now?
Finlay Fox has been going about 2 years. So I did actually start Finlay Fox when I was in my buying role at Bowden. So I'd had my son, Finn, gone back to work 4 days a week, which was great, but decided that actually I wanted to try something else sort of as a bit of a side project, because I had been spending a lot of time looking for clothes for him that weren't like the traditional kind of blue for boys type clothes.
Exactly.
The stuff that I was finding and loving were the more independent, unisex brands that were a bit more unique, a little bit more expensive, but obviously because they were smaller brands that was understandable.
Yeah.
So it started out as a forum of like documenting some really cool brands that I found that I wanted to share with other people. So I was doing it. It was really just like a bit of a hobby, really. I had known nothing about, well, I still know nothing about blogging, but I knew nothing about blogging, and I just set it up. I got my neighbour to do the logo for me, and just had a few ideas, so just decided to go for it, really. And then I had my daughter, Violet, who'll be 2 in January, and I was supposed to go back to work, back to my buying role at Bowden, but decided that I wanted to be there for when my son started school, doing all the pick-ups and drop-offs. So I decided to make the bold step of not going back to work, and trying to dedicate more time to my blog. And then it was at that point that I started working with Ashlyn from Olive Loves Alfie, who was looking for someone to work with her more on the website side of the business. So Olive Loves Alfie is a kids' clothes store, my local kids' clothes store here in Stoke Newington, and it was very similar ethos of what Finlay Fox was about. It was about the more unisex brands, and creative play, and quite fun and colour. See, at the time when I was doing my blog, it was all about monochrome, but that's never really been my thing, and it's never been Ashlyn's thing. So I think we've always had quite a lot in common.
Yeah.
So and then we did some events together. I was complaining how I was finding it hard to meet mums second time round without an NCT group, so we decided to do some like mum events where we do mum meetups at her store in Stratford, which they went really well, and then we just kind of went into partnership together on the website and have been doing other events like supper clubs, like health and wellness events, and we launched the website back in February. So I've been doing that and my blog, and that's basically keeping me quite busy at the moment. But it's nice because we can, obviously the blog and Olive Loves Alfie ties in quite a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously they've got quite different things, but quite similar ground at the same time. So.
And when did you realise that with Finlay Fox that you could really step it up and you could start to make it like a job for yourself?
I think obviously it's really tricky because on social media you see a lot of people who have quite big overnight success.
Yeah.
Well, not overnight, but they get a big following quite quickly, and you do see that people can do that get that bigger following, and I think that's obviously when you can start to make more money, because you know that you've got an audience there, which is worth a lot to other brands who want to work with you. So there's always been sort of pockets of knowing that actually you can make money from your blog by growing it. So I think that when I didn't go back to work after having Violet was when I thought actually I need to make sure I'm blogging quite regularly, that I'm getting lots of traffic to my website, that I'm building relationships with brands. I mean, the hardest thing for me was that a lot of the brands that I love are the smaller brands and the independents, and they don't have big budgets or any budgets. So a lot of the stuff I have been doing, I do get gifted a lot of stuff in return for writing about brands, and I will always only ever write about brands and things I love that I genuinely love. I'm not joking. I do sort of pick and choose if people approach me. So, but I do know that longer term there's still people that I love, high street stores that I would love to work with
Yeah.
in the future. So I'm still at the stage where I'm like just building lots of kind of relationships really with
Yeah.
the different brands, in the hope that when I'm a bit bigger in the future that something will come of that.
You're getting there.
So slow and steady, I'd say at the moment, but yeah.
And so, speaking of kids brands, what are some of your favourites at the moment that you just absolutely just love?
I wrote about on my blog this season, one of my favourite brands was Apollina, which is all made in like hand embroidered styles that made in India.
Yeah.
That we did actually start stocking at Olive Loves Alfie as well. I just think she's quite unique what she's done, and it's very pretty.
Yeah. And
all the stuff she designs, it is a slightly more expensive price, but it's stuff that's designed to last in terms of the fit.
Yeah.
So I really love her.
And she's based in London, isn't she?
She's based in
I think I met her once. Yeah. Okay.
She's based in London.
Nice.
So I love her, and I always love Toots and McGinty.
Yeah.
They make such great jackets.
Those jackets are so lovely.
And I love it because all the jackets I've bought for Finn in the past, Violet can wear those because they're such great unisex hand-me-down styles.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are so many good kids wear brands out there, and there's another. My friends just launched one called Main Story.
Oh, cool.
And they do amazing knitwear. So yeah, she's really cool.
Nice
as well. But so many good kids brands.
Yeah.
Too many to.
It's amazing now the rate at which new brands are coming out, and trying to keep up with them. You're like, oh my god, I love that.
And obviously, we always loved Girls Talk to Boys from day one when Finn tried on those Kenzo trousers. Yeah,
they're really nice.
Yeah,
I need to sell all those off. As far as your weekly, so do you have a schedule? Are you quite strict with your time when you have the time about I need to get this out and this out and this out? Or
coming from a buying background, which was quite regimented and organised, I still have an element of that. I think I've definitely relaxed a lot more compared to how I used to work.
Yeah.
But I am really strict. So on Mondays and Tuesdays, Violet's at nursery. Obviously, Finn's at school every day. So Mondays and Tuesdays are my only proper working day. So I have to be really, really strict about what I do, and I'm actually, I'm not just going off and having long lunches with friends, as much as that would be lovely.
Nice. Everyone thinks that's what we do.
So those are the days that I'm dedicating quite a lot to Olive Loves Alfie, or we'll go on buy appointments for Olive Loves Alfie, and then I'll try and do bits of my blog as well. So those 2 days, and then throughout the week, if I've got Violet, if I get invited to press events for my blog, I'll try and take her along with me, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder going into town with a nearly 2-year-old. So, and then basically when she naps, that is so I'm quite strict at making sure I try to be at home when she has her nap.
Yeah.
So I can try and get stuff done, because I'm not very good at working in the evenings. I'm just knackered, so my main time of day for working is morning and kind of lunchtime really.
Yeah.
So I have to be really strict with myself.
But it's almost good to work that way, because then you have this set amount of time.
Yeah.
And then you just get things done.
And actually, I can probably get some amount done in 2 days that I would normally in maybe 4 days or something, because it is just kind of head down.
Yeah, exactly.
But there are obviously quite a few days where you have a lot to do, but actually having that, being in that right frame of mind to sit and write a post or, do loads of other stuff, it's quite hard to find the motivation sometimes. I think some days are better than others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so tell me about, because you also talk about mama fashion, women's fashion. How would you describe your style? What are some things that you're more drawn to than others, or styles or colours? Or
I think my style is quite mixed. I've been trying really hard to wear, to move away from just wearing jeans and trainers every day and make a bit, because I have so many nice things in my wardrobe.
Yeah.
I am making more effort just to wear what I love. But I'd say probably I'm really drawn to jumpsuits. I love a jumpsuit.
You look great in a jumpsuit.
I just feel great in a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Whether it's with trainers or with like heels to go out, I do love a jumpsuit. I also, probably a bit late to the party, got really into dungarees because I love that you could wear like a really pretty, frilly blouse underneath it, or you could just put a stripy tee. They're really versatile.
Yeah.
So I've really got into those. But I would say print and colour, probably not well represented today, but I do love print and I do love colour, especially in the summer. I'm definitely more of a summer person.
Yeah.
I love dresses, and I will literally wear pretty much anything. I'm quite lucky because I'm relatively tall.
Yeah.
I can get away with some things that maybe smaller people can't, but yeah, kind of just quite mixed really. But
you look great in dresses.
Yeah.
I always go through her Instagram looking at her dresses and I'm like, oh, that looks so nice, that looks so nice.
I do, yeah, I have to say I do love it. I like midi dresses, especially at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
All the floral dresses that are around. Just so many good things.
Yeah. And do you have a favourite brand at the moment? Is there like a women's wear brand that just fits you and you just think, that if you're going to buy something from them, it's going to work?
I'm not really sure about like a specific like women's wear brand. I find if I'm looking for something for a bit more special occasion, I tend to actually go to look at whistles quite a bit because I know things like their jumpsuits and stuff really kind of suit me. And then I've just signed up to Wear the Walk, which is a designer clothing rental place, and you can pay £50 a month and you can borrow 2 pieces at a time and swap them back anytime you like. And there's quite a few unusual designers in there, which I think for more special occasions and going out, that they're really great. But yeah, probably not a specific kind of. It's just a bit round, and a lot of high street really.
Yeah.
Especially when I spend a lot of money on my kids. It's like my wardrobe budget takes a bit of a hit. But, yeah.
It's funny how you become a mother and you spend more money on your kids than you do yourself. You want them, they're a representation of you, right? You want them to look good.
Exactly. But yeah, we've got a really great store in Stokey called Hub, and they sell some really nice
Ghani dresses.
Yeah.
And I'm always like, oh.
Yeah.
If you could collaborate with anyone, it doesn't even have to be fashion, who would you want to collaborate with?
Oh, that's a tough one. So many good people out there at the moment.
Yeah.
I have always in my head, like, at some point I would love to do some kind of Finlay Fox clothes range.
Yeah.
And I have always thought, a really nice way to do that is to maybe, collaborate with someone. And I would love to do something with Tutsa.
Yeah, that would make so much sense.
Yeah, I don't know, I just feel like there's quite a good brand fit there. And who else? I love Mother Pucker. I don't know how I'd collaborate with her. I just love her to bits and think she's amazing what she's doing.
She's done a really great job.
So I'd say in terms of doing some random project with a person, I'd love to work with Mother Pucker. I think she's brilliant. But yes, probably Tutsa on the clothing side.
Amazing.
Mother Pucker on the kind of female side of things.
As far as when you are hanging out with your kids, are there certain places in London that you love to go that is a winner for your family to go and hang out?
I think as a family, like on the weekends, we love going to the Museum of Childhood in Bethnal Green. Yeah. Just because it's quite big, and obviously there's amazing stuff like retro toys and stuff to see there, which is great for them, and then it's also quite nice, quite fun for us, and the cafe is good there as well, which is always really important for my son, who's obsessed with going to the cafe anywhere we go. It's like you have to do the cafe first. But we spend loads of time in Clissold Park because it's only a few minutes walk from here.
Oh, such a great park.
And we actually spend a lot of time at home. Finn is a bit of a homeboy. He loves Lego, so he's actually just quite happy to hang out at home.
Nice.
But other places, Violet loves the zoo. But again, it's just getting there at the right time because it's so bloody busy.
Exactly.
And we've got lots of family around as well, so we're quite often at weekends and stuff meeting up with them or dropping them off with them.
Yeah, family is key. Yeah. And what about for you? If you're gonna have a day to yourself, what would you want to do? What would you go to?
I would definitely say, probably like ideally like go to an exhibition and go for a really nice lunch somewhere, because I think that, I don't know, there's so many great places for food, and I just feel I never ever get to go to them.
Yeah.
We love food in our family, we're real foodies, so definitely a nice lunch somewhere. And yeah, probably an exhibition, because I can't really remember the last time I went and saw anything cultural like that without a child in tow.
Yeah,
and then probably looking around shops, or Columbia Road Flower Market, like to-do list is that. And then places like Broadway Market are always nice as well, for the, pottering around. So
I love London Fields.
I mean, obviously things like getting a massage, or you know, pedi, manicure, whatever, some pampering is always nice. But I can't remember the last. Probably actually the weekend. I guess I went off with my sister for the morning, and we did go to Liberty, so that was nice. But it does feel like a while since I've had a day to myself.
Yeah. You just go for it.
Yeah.
Speaking of your sister and Liberties, I know you mentioned you guys went makeup shopping. You always have the best lipstick on. I'm always like texting like, which lipstick from what color is it? Do you have a favorite brand or color that you just it's like your signature lipstick?
I probably have 2 or 3. I think MAC is normally, because they've got quite. For me, the main thing is that it's got to be matte.
Yeah.
Not that I've got a matte lipstick on today, I put something random on, but matte, and then I like bright, strong reds or pinks.
Yeah.
So I think, I have to remember the name now. I think it's called Relentlessly Red, the one I wear. And the weird thing is it's not that red, it's actually quite pink. And then I tried a really great one on at the weekend from MAC. I didn't actually buy it, I posted it on my Instagram because I wasn't sure where to buy it, and those people were like, you have to go get it. I think it's called Pink Pigeon, and that's a really kind of quite full on pink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's mostly MAC really. Yeah, I did go through. My sister actually has the most incredible range of lipsticks, so quite often I'll go and just borrow lipsticks from her. And she's got really nice Charlotte Tilbury ones, which are lovely.
I've been talking about that.
But yeah, MAC is probably my go-to, because I think they make a good matte lipstick that lasts a long time as well. So you've got to keep reapplying. But yeah, I definitely have, in the last couple of years, lipstick's definitely been my go-to thing, just making me feel a bit more sort of done up and a bit better about myself when I'm going out somewhere. So
it's kind of one of those things that, you know, even if you're doing a school run, if you just
even if you've got a t-shirt and jeans and your trainers on, it's like still just makes that little So.
What advice do you have to women out there in general, whether they're a mother or not, about starting your own thing? Has someone given you some really good advice that you've taken it in and said, yes, that's really worked for me?
I think probably not one specific bit of advice. I mean, I've spoken to lots of other bloggers, and actually I've started doing a bloggers breakfast with a few girls where we're basically really supporting each other, because there's obviously no manual for blogging. And we're definitely trying to change the way bloggers are a bit, and we're trying to push to get paid a bit more for blogging as well, because in the States I know it's very normal, whether you're a big blogger or a small blogger, you just get paid to write anything basically when you're working with brands, whereas here I think the culture is quite different, so we've been working together to really sort of try and change that and push more that brands pay when you write about them. So we've definitely created little networks. That's people like Abby from Bikinis and Bibs, and Laura from That Mummy Smile, and Karen from N4 Mummy. They've been really great.
Amazing.
Just everything from Pinterest, how to use Pinterest for bloggers and that kind of thing. So just little nuggets of advice on the kind of more day-to-day stuff. And then Susie Verrill, she's got a book called My Milo and Me. She gave me lots of advice kind of probably about a year or so ago about more how to work with brands and things, and that was really great. And she was amazing. She just emailed me loads and loads of stuff, which was really helpful. But I mean, if you're getting into blogging, I would say a really good thing to do is just to any blogs that you do contact those people and see if you can meet up with them, or if there's something specific you want to know about. Just you've got nothing to lose by asking. And I think if you're thinking of sort of doing something new, and I definitely probably didn't really do this, it was probably about having just like a really clear vision of why you're doing it, and what you want to achieve out of it, whether it's doing a blog but then longer term you want to have a product that you want to sell, or whether it's just you want a really big Instagram following. What I think is just being really clear what it is you want to achieve. I think that does kind of help, because I think it's quite hard, especially when you're a mum. There's just so much going on all the time. Yeah. It's like just this head fuzz of stuff. So I think that it comes across a bit clearer if you know what you're doing, really. So you have a real think about what it is. I know I speak to lots of people and they're like, oh, I'm thinking about this, and it's like really great ideas, but I think it's then actually putting it into practice as well, and then 6 months later you haven't done it and then someone else has done it and you're like, no, why didn't I do that? Yeah. But yeah, and definitely just that, I know it's a bit of a cliche that, like, stay in your own lane. I know it's, especially social media, it's really easy to kind of look at what other people are doing and be influenced by that, or feel like you're not doing something properly. But if you just persevere, and if it's true to you and what you're doing, then and you're consistent with doing it and don't give up, I think that you will get there in the end. Yeah, that's what I keep telling myself. You will. I'm a really impatient person, and I do get serious like FOMO when I'm on Instagram. It's I've gotten much better recently. I'm just like, if I'm not invited to something or whatever it is, I'm just like, I can't go to everything, I can't get invited to everything. Everyone's got, people want different people for different things. Exactly. So, but I guess the other big tip as well, especially if you're already doing it, is try to have a social media break from time to time, just because I think that it's very easy to just be your head being that all the time. I'm trying to make sure that actually I'm doing a lot of time with my blog, actually writing things rather than just being on Instagram all the time. Scrolling through. It's amazing how much time, it's good to be inspired by it, but it's amazing how much time you have to waste just looking through, and then you feel like shit at the end of it, and you're like, wait, that wasn't helpful at all. It was there to be inspired. Yeah. I mean, I do love it though. I mean, some of the brands that I've found on there, and there's some amazing people on there. I love it. It's such a great place. Yeah. Yeah, it does. It is nice for connecting people, because beforehand there'd be no way for you to meet these people in other places. So overall, it should be a very positive thing. We all keep our heads screwed on, right? Exactly. Yeah, that comparison culture's it's just normal, isn't it? Really, it's human nature, I think, to completely feel like the grass is green. When the reality is often very different. So, completely. I love it when I've chatted to people recently, they're taking like photos of their house or kind of lifestyle, and they just giggle because they're like, that shot that I just took, it looks all clean, but you haven't seen the other side of the room. On the other side of the room. And it's like, we all do that. Okay, this is great. It's not this perfect little world, And if you do have a perfect house, I'm happy for you. Each their own. Exactly. Thank you so much for taking the time today to chat to me. It's all right. Yes. Thank you for having me. A pleasure. So do check out Emma's blog. It's finlayfox.com, correct? That's right. And her hashtag is Finlay_Fox on Instagram. Yeah. Yes, and just keep following her because she's really growing. Also be looking out for the Ola Mama meetups that she does with Ashlyn from Olive Loves Elfie, because those are really great to do as well. Until next time, see you later. Bye. Bye.